Hello and welcome to this amazing presentation called How to Get Clients in 2025. My name is Joe Applebaum. I will be your host. And I'm excited to talk about this because LinkedIn has become the world's largest professional social network with over 1 billion people on LinkedIn. And today I'm going to show you how to create a profile that attracts your ideal clients, makes you stand out, learn the different types of LinkedIn content to engage with, how to craft messages that resonate with your potential clients, and how to use evyAI and other AI tools that can save you time to improve your LinkedIn networking efforts. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to minimize the amount of selling going on, but of course, if somebody wants to buy something, there's always something to offer. So I am going to discuss our offer, our holiday deal offer for those of you that are interested in learning more about our holiday deal. Let me take a look at who's on this webinar here today. We have Dr. Amin from Oklahoma. We have Lou from New Hampshire. We have Tom from Kansas City. We have Jane from Chicago. Marcia from Florida. Originally from Jamaica. She was my assistant for quite some time back in 2018. Charlene from Tampa, Florida. We have Craig from Michigan. And we have many more amazing people from all over the place. David from Boston. Great conversation that we just had. Me and David just spoke on the phone. He gave me a call. I sent him my cell phone number, something people don't really do these days anymore. But I'm excited about building real relationships on LinkedIn. So if you want to get clients on LinkedIn, you need three things. You need you need exposure, you need credibility, and then you need to have conversations with people. That's really the end of the day. So your profile needs to have a really, really good headline. This is what a headline looks like over here. Most people have a terrible headline. In the chat, if you want to drop your headline in, go ahead and drop your headline in the chat. I'd be curious to know what your headline looks like. I just dropped my headline in the chat. You just go to your profile, copy your own headline like this, and paste it in the chat, and let's see what that looks like. So Charlene's headline says founder and president. So I do like having the person's title, your own title. You don't need to write founder and president. I would just pick one of them, either founder or president, because that's just taking up extra space. So I would kind of like try to minimize how many things you have in your headline, but make sure your headline includes who you help and how you help them. And also include something personal. I can't tell you how many times people reach out to me telling me that they resonate with me because I write single father, or how many times people resonate with me and talk to me about the things that, author, speaker, entrepreneur, networking connector, business development, AI trainer. People hire me to be a LinkedIn trainer and an AI trainer because I include these topics. Or people even mention my Scorpio emoji that I have here, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're a Scorpio? I'm a Scorpio too." And people reach out to me for those reasons. So many reasons in my headline over here that people reach out to me. By the way, what is your sign? Do you guys know what your sign is? Your astrology sign? 30% of people believe in astrology. The rest of people don't believe in it. But there's quite a lot of people that believe in astrology. So even if you don't believe in it, if you're not sure when you were born, just put in the month that you were born. But Tom Wells is also a Scorpio. We got a Virgo and a Gemini in the room. We got a Taurus in the room. Taurus makes great people who take action. Charlene is in April. David is a Capricorn. Your birthday's coming up in January, probably, or the end of December. We got Pisces, Libra. We got people all over the map. But the key is for you to be able to do things that resonate with your target market. There's another thing I like to include, which is your pronoun. So my pronoun, some people have he, some people have she, some people have they. Mine is LinkedIn trainer. So you can put a custom pronoun on your profile, and I do recommend doing that. Now, one of the things that I do like to do on my profile is to include a really good about section with calls to action formatted nicely. So when I talk about an about section, this is I call this a summary. Your summary needs to be optimized really well. So if I wanted to, for example, I'm going to pick somebody like David. I'm going to go pull up David's profile here. I'm going to pull up David's profile right over here. I'm going to click on his profile. I'm going to click on the About section. You can see he has a decent About section. But if I want to take his About section to the next level, I would go into evyAI, go to evyai.com, click on Login, and on the left side, I would click on Profile Optimizer. I would select my goal, which is either branding, lead generation, services, uh, thought leadership. By the way, what is your goal for your LinkedIn? Do you want to build your brand? Do you want to generate leads? Do you want to market yourself? Do you want to do thought leadership? What would you say is your thing? So let's say he was building his brand. I would paste what he already has on his profile over here. I would select the tone, so maybe friendly. I would hit generate. And what this would do is this would take his profile to a whole new level by optimizing it with additional information. Like it'll come up with a headline. It'll put in some background information about him. It'll say what he does, how he does it, your next step. Now it's missing information about who he is because I didn't add my persona or his persona here. So it's not going to be 100% accurate. But if instead of doing that, I went and grabbed everything from his LinkedIn, I have quite a few tools that allow me to be able to just pull information from people's profiles and then just grab all the info from his profile. And I just add all the info here. And I'm going to use GPT-4, which is a little more sophisticated. And let's see what it does by me pulling all this information in here. And as you can see, it kind of optimized it a little bit more. So it gives you a headline suggestion and gives you some more information about him that maybe it didn't have before. So you see the way that it's formatted like this? So Joni says lead gen and thought leadership. So I would definitely consider using this profile optimizer to help you optimize your profile about section on LinkedIn. And that will help you be able to take your profile to a whole new level on LinkedIn and support you in that way. I plan on doing a posting party on this coming Monday at 10 a.m. So you guys are welcome to join that. If you go to linkedin.com/company/evyAI, let me do that again. linkedin.com/company/evyAI. I'm going to click this, delete all this. That will take you to our company page. You see this? And when you go to posts, you can actually see the posts that we've been posting on our company page. And often we'll put in our posting party. So our next posting party, number 8, is right over here. So I would suggest going and viewing our posts for our company page. So click on that. Go follow our company. We have over 600 followers right now on our company page. And then check out this event that's coming up and join the event. And then write that you're coming to the event. And if you want to repost it, feel free to repost the event as well. The way that you repost the event is you just click on the repost button, you hit repost. I don't repost things with comments. I just repost without comments because the comments don't really matter. So I went ahead and I reposted that post. So click on the repost button over here and hit that repost so that your network can see that as well. I just shared a link to that. And then write that you're coming. So I'm going to write something like, and I'm going to use evyAI, and I'm going to say, I'm excited about this posting party, looking forward to it. You see the way I use the microphone inside evyAI? Now I hit generate. It's going to generate a comment off that. Now I press insert, and I press comment. So this tool, evyAI, saves you a ton of time. And we're currently running a deal, our holiday deal. So if you want to know more about the holiday deal, write deal in the chat, and I'll tell you more about the holiday deal. The most important thing that you need to do on LinkedIn is you need 3 things. You need exposure, you need credibility, and you need meetings. What is exposure? Exposure is how many people viewed your profile in the past 90 days? How many people viewed your profile in the past year? I have over 17,000 people that looked at my profile in the past year. Now, you don't need 17,000 people to look at your profile. If you get 1,000 people a year or 1,000 people every 90 days to look at your profile, you're doing really well. That should be something you strive for, to get 1,000 people to look at your profile. Do you agree or do you disagree with that? If you agree, write agree in the chat. If you disagree, write disagree. If 1,000 of your target market looked at your profile and you knew who they were and you can reach out to them and build a relationship with them, that would change the game in your business. That's powerful. Powerful, powerful, powerful. And so what I would tell you to do is figure out a way to get more people to look at your profile. And there are many things that you can do. I actually teach 52 different things in our LinkedIn Accelerator training course. So if you go to evergreen.com, we have a LinkedIn Accelerator training one-day program. And this one-day program goes through 6 hours of 52 different hacks on what to do to get more out of LinkedIn. Now, this program costs $3,000, but if you want, I can give you this program as a bonus, as our holiday bonus, included in a year of evyAI. So if you go to evyai.com/holiday deal, and I'll send you the link right now. This is what people are saying they're interested in right now. And we have many, many people that have already took advantage of this deal, but this deal is going to end very, very soon. And I'm going to give you guys an exclusive bonus, which is a 3-hour AI training on top of all this, if you sign up during this webinar. So during this webinar, if you sign up to the holiday deal, not only will you get our monthly 2-hour session for an entire year where we do LinkedIn strategy together, you'll also get our accelerator training with 52 different hacks, which is a 6-hour class. You'll get our 9-module course. You'll get our Sales Navigator Bootcamp, which is 6 hours of Sales Navigator training on demand. All that, which is a $17,988 value, you'll get all that training for the next year. That's the holiday deal that we're giving out right now. You'll also get the list of the Inc. 5000. That's a $5,000 value. You'll also get pro phone support. You'll get access to a CRM with automatic social posting and reoccurring posts, and that's a $3,000 value for that CRM. And it includes monthly support. We do office hours twice a month, and many other features. We have a special community. That's a $1,200 value. So we have a lot of other bonuses that we're throwing in for the holiday deal, and I have a whole video that walks you through the whole thing on my profile. But for the price of evyAI Pro for the year, which is less than $1,000, you get all these bonuses right now. And I will throw in the replay of the class we did on Monday, which is a 3-hour training class on how to use artificial intelligence. And I talk about Google DeepMind. I talk about how to create lead magnets. I talk about so many other things that you can do with artificial intelligence in that bonus. That's a $249 value. I'll throw that in right now if anybody decides to sign up to Pro. So if you decide to sign up to Pro now during this webinar that I'm doing right now, and I'm going to get back into the learning right now, but I just want to make this offer for those because so many of you are interested in the deal. I want to make sure that you benefit from this and that you get this. This is for me to serve you over the course of the next year. So if you're in, just write I'm in, and I'll make sure to get you that bonus right away today so you can watch that 3-hour AI training on how I create lead magnets, these incredible, incredible lead magnets. And if you're already on Pro, if you already have the upgrade to Pro, then I'll give you the bonus anyway for showing up today. But check this out. If you log into evyAI, click on Login, there's a subscription page right here. If you're on Premium, that means you paid $180 for the year. You can upgrade to Pro by clicking on Modify Subscription on the right. Click on Modify Subscription. It takes you to Stripe. And then once you're inside Stripe, click on Update Subscription, and then you upgrade to this version right here, which is evyAI Pro. You just switch. If you're on monthly, you switch to yearly, and then you click on yearly, and then you just click on Pro, which is this one right over here. And it'll prorate you if you already paid for Premium. So many of you that are on here already paid for Premium and you want to upgrade to Pro, so just go to your subscription and upgrade to Pro, and you'll get all the bonuses, and you'll also get the AI class that I did this week, which is 3 hours of me training on how to use very specific things on building out lead magnets like webhooks. This is a webhook right now that's waiting for data. And I'll teach you how to create your own little lead magnet using that. All right, let's get back into the learning. So we discussed several things that we're going to cover in this webinar, like how to create a profile that attracts your ideal clients. I showed you how to use AI to optimize your profile. Learn the types of LinkedIn content that engage your target audience. Let's cover that real quick. There are 10 different types of posts that you can be posting about on LinkedIn. And on January 8th at 10 a.m., I'm going to be covering many of those 10 different types of posts. Because we're going to be, for those of you that are evyAI Pro, we're going to be spending 2 hours every month, including January 8th, and then February 5th, and then every month we'll spend 2 hours doing LinkedIn training, 2 hours of training a month. But if you take a look at the types of posts that I'm posting, sometimes I'll post a video. For example, here's a video that I posted. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second so I can turn on the music. And I'm going to share my screen again now. Okay, I just shared my screen. So check out this little video. You where you want to go. Take you This is called a long form video. This long form video that sits on LinkedIn, this is like an ad, right? So having videos like this is good. That's one type of post that you want to have on LinkedIn. I posted this video an hour ago, and if you guys want to check out this video in more detail, I do recommend that you guys get videos like this done for your business that kind of, you can use this and just literally copy this video, send it to a video editor and say, copy this video, but make it for my business. And that's exactly what I did. The way that I created this video is I didn't actually come up with the whole design for this video. I just saw a different video on a different product, and I said, I like this video. And so I basically just told my editor, just copy the video, and they copied the video and put in all my information, and boom, I have a video that I am actually very proud of. By the way, do you guys like the video? Say I like the video. Tom says, I went to premium to pro. Thanks for the holiday deal. Thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate that very much. And I love referring business to you, Tom. So I'm glad that I was able to refer business to you this past year, and I'm looking forward to referring more business to you in the coming year. So thank you, Tom. So if you love the video,
Joe,
go ahead.
Joe, can I just say thank you? For everybody on this call, you are such a giver. Everyone should really appreciate that. I appreciate you, Joe. You're beyond amazing.
Oh, thank you. Why do you say that?
Yeah, because you do things without everyone having to notice, and I've tried to kind of model my life that way as well. So I feel like that's really where I relate to you. So I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. And by the way, I'm going to add you to the Thought Leaders community as a bonus for signing up to evyAI Pro. Again, a $1,200 value. I know that you were in that at some point, but I'm going to re-add you to that. No cost, no extra charge. I really wanted to make an offer this holiday season that was so good, people would feel stupid saying no. So I'm literally giving away the courses that are currently selling for $3,000 each course, or for $10,000, or I want to give away everything. I want to give you a CRM. I want to give you pipeline management. I want to give you email automation. I want to give you social posting with reoccurring posts. I want to give you everything I could possibly give you to set you up for success. I don't just want to give you a tool. I want to give you $100,000 in profit in your business in the next year. That's my goal for this holiday season, and I want to set up people for success so I can make a real difference in your life. Not just like, here's a tool. I don't want to be transactional. I was already transactional in my life so much, so hard. When I started Ajax Union in 2008, I was super transactional. I was selling search engine optimization services for $599 a month, and I got 1,000 clients to sign up over the course of a decade. Our company was on the Inc. 500. We were generating millions of dollars in revenue. That's not what I'm looking to do with evyAI. With my new business, evyAI, that I launched last January, I want to go deep with 1,000 people, and I really want to get to know them, and I really want to make a deep impact in their business. If you take a look at my profile, just over the course of the past 3 years, the way that I was starting to go deeper with people, I've received over 500 recommendations on my profile. And I'm not saying that because I want to brag or anything. I'm just saying that because I'm proud of the impact I'm making for people. And when Tom says, Joe, I love how much you're helping people, I want to know why he says that, because I want to go deeper with him. Like, for example, I will get on the phone with somebody like me and Anita. Anita told me Anita signed up to Pro. Anita's on this call right now. I see you here, Anita. So thanks for being here. Anita was having an issue with evyAI, and I noticed she didn't have a persona. So I hopped on Zoom with her. I helped her pin her Chrome extension. I wrote up her persona for her. I sent it to her in the LinkedIn DM, and now Anita has that in her evyAI, and she's ready to go. She can be posting, engaging, and messaging with a persona that's customized for her. And I will take the time to do that for you guys. I will sit with you and help you and support you, and that's really my goal. My goal is to support you guys and make a difference for you. So guys, and I want people to connect with each other too. That's why I'm hosting these posting parties, because I want people to really, like, could you imagine if you knew 1,000 new people that all had this type of technology and all had these type of tools? You know what makes you a really good connector? If you actually connect with people. That's what makes you a good connector. You know what makes you a good networker? If you actually do the work and network and build the relationships with 1,000 people. Over the course of the next year, you can have 5 conversations a day. 5 conversations a day is 20 a week, 80 a month, 1,000 a year. If you have 5 conversations a day, and each conversation is 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it doesn't have to be an hour-long conversation, but But if you had 5 conversations a day and you got to know somebody and you learned about them and then you followed up on LinkedIn and saw their posts and saw their messages and communicated with them, you would have a web of people that now will amplify your brand. And you are in their comments, in their, you're not going to be able to comment on 1,000 posts, but over the course of the year you can. And with evyAI, I will leave 50 comments every single day. And the way that I leave 50 comments a day is using the technology that helps me stay top of mind, which is evyAI. So what type of posts you need to be creating? You need to have some video posts. That is important. Even if you don't, I didn't even say anything in this video. This was just a music video. It was a music video for evyAI. I also post event posts. That's number 2. Number 3 is I go on LinkedIn Live. Like this morning, I went on LinkedIn Live. Did you guys notice that I go on LinkedIn Live? I've gone on LinkedIn Live 186 times this year, 187 times this year. I'm counting them, 187 times. I will go on LinkedIn Live another 13 times before the end of the year to get to 200. That I will guarantee that I will do. So if I go to my profile and I look at my profile, and I can see this for anybody. I can see how many different types of posts you're posting on LinkedIn. I'll see all these categories: posts, comments, videos, images, articles, newsletters, events, documents. If you click on events, you can actually see all the times I went on LinkedIn Live. You see, then you can see the ones that are scheduled as well into the future. And I go on LinkedIn Live, and sometimes my LinkedIn Lives will be an hour. Sometimes it'll be 25 minutes. Sometimes it'll be 2 hours and 45 minutes. And people just sit around and watch and connect with me and build a relationship with me. And that's really important. So the types of posts that you need to be posting are definitely images, definitely videos, definitely lives, but even a question like here. Check out this question, guys. A simple question. How long do you think it'll take me to write a question? Are you okay with people calling you, or do you hate it? Guys, let me know in the chat. Are you okay with people calling you, or do you hate it? Like literally. Is that like, do you guys hate it or do you love it? Call all day, Dr. Amin said. Tom said, I'm great with it. I'm great with calling. By the way, you guys might not remember this, but back in 1980, when I was born in the 70s, but in the 80s and in the 90s, there was no caller ID. That caller ID did not exist. That means people would call and you would have to pick up the phone, and it would ring and ring and ring and ring until someone picked up the phone. Does anybody remember that time where somebody remembers the rotary dial? People would literally just call. And you know what? I remember the day that call waiting came out. You were on the phone, and you would be no busy signal, but if 2 people would call at the same time, there'd be a busy signal. Do you guys remember that? Like reminisce. I still call people today, and people pick up the phone like it's 1990, like it's 1985. People just pick up the phone like it's 1985, and they're cool with it. And they ask me, hi, who is this? And I say, hey, it's Joe Applebaum, your LinkedIn connection. I just left you a comment. Did you see it? And that builds rapport right away like this, because I'm the only one that commented on their post. So guys, you can use LinkedIn comments as an excuse to call your connections, and they have their cell phone number in their, let me show you where their cell phone number is. A lot of people don't know this, but I'll show you. Almost every person has their cell phone number. So for example, if somebody leaves me a comment on LinkedIn, like for example, this guy Suli, who's an evyAI Pro client, I click on contact info. Guess what he has right here, guys? Did you guys see what I just did? I clicked on the comment he left. I clicked on his name. I clicked on contact info, and his cell phone number was front and center. 50% of the people that I click on, if they're connected to me and I click on contact info, their cell phone numbers show up. And for the other 50% that it doesn't show up, I use big data to get their cell phone number, and then I call them. And often people will pick up the phone. And it's crazy that you guys are not picking up the phone and calling people, because most of the people you'll be calling are from the 80s. These are not people from 2000. If I call my daughter, she's going to get angry at me. I have to text her. She'll get angry at me anyway because she's 16. But my mother, I can't text my mother and expect a reply. I can't send my mother a DM. My mother has 10,000 followers on LinkedIn, but she's not checking her DMs. I'm checking her DMs. Do you get what I'm saying? And I was like, Ma, there's a guy that wants an investor that wants to blah, blah, blah. So think about your peers, the people that are in the position to buy. They're 40, 50, and 60. Am I right? Or are they 18, 19, and 20? They're 40, 50, and 60, right? I'm in my 40s. I remember when there was no caller ID. I pick up the phone. David, did you call me today? Did I pick up the phone? David literally called me today. I picked up the phone and we had an amazing conversation. David, tell everybody.
Yeah, I had replied to one of or commented to one of Joe's posts. We exchanged some conversation on LinkedIn. I said, "Hey, let's chat." And the first thing he did was, "Here's my cell phone. Give me a call." My response was, "Let's figure out a time that's convenient for you, for convenient for me." He said, "Just call me." So I did, and we chatted. And here's the thing that really got me. It was around 11:30 Eastern today. And he said, "I've got a little bit of time. I'm having a webinar at noon." And we just started chatting like he didn't have the webinar. I was trying to be extra respectful of his time, but he was like, he's talking to me and he's got a webinar in 15 minutes. So it was awesome.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it. Guys, check out David's LinkedIn profile. Connect with him. Comment on his content. Guys, comment on each other's content. That's so important for you guys to do that, to leave a comment. So many times you see a comment, you see a person, and you're not commenting on their stuff. It's so important to just drop a little comment of inspiration. If you don't have time to do it, that's why we built evyAI, to help you be able to do things like that. So I just showed you a bunch of different types of posts. Even a little post with asking a question could be so impactful. I mean, this little tiny post, it's a tiny post. It's not a big post. But look at the action that I got on the post because it really touched people. I love it when I know them. I hate it when they try to sell me something. I'm okay with them if I know them. I'm a Gen Z. This person over here, Danya, she wrote, "I'm Gen Z. I'm not interested. Don't call me." Look, she's over here with her feet up in the air. Is this the most ideal person that you're going to do business with? Probably not. Probably not. This person's probably not your ideal. But if you look through the CEOs, the founders, and see what they say, they love calling from people that they know, they like, and they trust. And so, I want you to kind of, although I'm teaching LinkedIn, I'm teaching really networking and building relationships. Pick up the phone and start calling people, have a conversation, get on the phone with 5 people a day, 80 a week, and then it'll change 20 a week, 80 a month. It'll change your life. Here's another type of post, a poll. Here's another type of post, an infographic. Here's another type of post. So I go through all these. Here's an animated GIF. I'm going to go through all these in detail and teach you how to create your own library, content library, in our session on January 8th. Because you all need to have a library of content that you can be posting on a regular basis. evyAI will help craft the content for you, but then you need to put it into a library. And with evyAI Pro, we give you access to a tool where you can schedule posts, and you can also create something called recurring posts. That's really, really powerful. Okay. Now, let's, and by the way, this is not cold calling. Somebody says, "I'm watching all types of cold calling techniques." Anita, this is not cold calling. This is warm calling. Why? Because you're calling people that are already connected to you on LinkedIn. This is not cold. You're not calling rando. You're calling with your caller ID of your LinkedIn profile. So you can say, "Hey, my name is Anita Biggins. We're connected on LinkedIn. Did you see the comment I left on your post?" And they'll be like, "What comment? I'm not sure. I just sent you a message. Can you check your message on LinkedIn so you know who I am?" And then they check and they're like, "Oh, I know who you are. I've seen you been commenting on my stuff." Say, "Great. The reason why I'm calling," and then you just get into it and have a relationship with them and just talk to them. There's nothing better than actually having a conversation when it comes to closing business. A lot of people think, "Oh, I'm on LinkedIn. I posted something. Why am I not getting clients?" You post something to get exposure. You have conversations to get clients. That's the idea. Okay, let's go back into LinkedIn and kind of show you a couple more things. I want you guys to get the max value from this, but if you're getting value so far, just write value in the chat. I'm curious to know. So we talked about the types of content. We discovered how to create a profile. Let's talk about how to craft messaging that resonates with your potential clients. So when I'm on LinkedIn, I'm going to show you something really cool. When I go to my network on LinkedIn, guys, write value in the chat if you're getting some value. Okay, max value, value. Thank you, thank you. So check this out. The holidays are coming. You go check out your recent connections on LinkedIn, and you want to be able to send messages to people. So as part of evyAI Pro, we're going to give you something called a LinkedIn Connections dashboard. So I'm going to give you a little dashboard. I'm going to export all your connections, give you a little dashboard, and your dashboard is going to look like this. It's going to be a dashboard that looks like this, and we can create pivot tables on your dashboard that tell you how many people you're connected to with different names, with different titles, with different last names, with different locations, so many things that we can do. But let's say I wanted to pick up all the, say all the, I'm going to pick a first name like, I'm going to go down here to, let's say Vanessa. Okay, so I'm going to look up all my Vanessas that I'm connected to on LinkedIn. So I'm going to go to my connections. There are two search boxes. There's this top search box, and then there's a second search box under my network. I'm going to go to the second search box, and I'm going to look up all the Vanessas. Now I see that I have a handful of Vanessas, like 24 Vanessas that I'm connected to. I click on message, and you can see I haven't messaged this Vanessa since 2021. So I'm going to click on the evyAI, and I'm going to click on the microphone so it can talk. Hi, Vanessa. The reason why I'm messaging you here today is because I developed a new assistant that can really help people with LinkedIn. It's a great piece of technology. Do you mind if I send you some more information about it so you can learn about what I'm up to? Also, I'd love to learn more about your goals. Okay, so I'm going to hit insert. I just had evyAI type the whole thing up for me. Hi, Vanessa. The reason why I'm messaging you here today is because I developed a new assistant that can help people with LinkedIn. It's a great piece of technology. Do you mind if I send you some more information about it so you can learn more about what I'm up to? Also, I'd love to learn more about your goals, okay? So I'm going to send this here for 2025. I just edited it a little bit. I don't know what happened here with this thing here, this little HARPA thing. I'm going to close it. Okay. And I'm going to hit copy. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to hit send. And now I sent this to Vanessa. Now what I can do is I can easily click on each one of these messaging buttons right here. And I can send it to all these Vanessas because they all have the same first name. Am I right? So how long do you think it'll take me to send out all these Vanessas a message on LinkedIn? Now, of course, I want to double check to make sure I haven't messaged them before. So I'm not going to use automation to do this because I actually want to send each one of these Vanessas a Vanessa message. But do you see how quickly and how intuitive this is and how fast I'm messaging each one of these Vanessas here? And I'm sure that you're connected to a bunch of Vanessas as well that you haven't been speaking to in a while. And, you know, some of these, after I figured out this strategy, I've been getting so many more people to respond to me. I was like, oh my God, why isn't all my connections doing something like this? Like, you know, just, again, you just look, you see, and you message. And again, I do this manually because A, it's against LinkedIn's terms to use automation, but B, I want to see the conversations that I've been having with them. I want to go back and see, I want to see what they're up to. And I want to see the last time that I messaged them. So if you have, let's say, 1,000 connections, you're only going to have about 300 first names that are unique first names. You see, I've been wishing her happy birthday. I've already been greeting and feeding her. Now it's time for me to kind of take it to the next level. So as you can see, in just literally 2 minutes, I was able to send out over 16 messages, as you can see over here, to people that I'm currently connected to on LinkedIn. And this should not take you a very long time to do. And some of these Vanessas are going to need to go soon because they haven't been responding to any of my messages for quite some time. So I'm probably going to do a Vanessa cleanup at some time and maybe add a whole fresh new batch of Vanessas. But if you get what I'm saying is, you know, using the first name strategy could be a really powerful way. And again, I have 52 different strategies that I give you guys inside our accelerator program. This is just one of the strategies. And as you can see, I'm going through all of these, showing you really quickly. Now, can evyAI delete a connection? The way that you delete a connection, you don't need evyAI to delete a connection. The way you delete a connection, very simply, without going to their profile, when you pull up their name here, you click on these 3 dots. Let's say, for example, this Vanessa right over here. I could just click remove. You see? You could either click message or you can click remove. So this is a secret way for you to remove a connection without loading their profile. And the reason why this is so significant, Don says, I think you made a movie named Ted where he goes through the list of names, Mandy, Marilyn, Brittany, blah, blah, blah. Amazing. So simple, so intuitive. I can go over it again and how you got the list of Vanessas before you put the name in. Jane said, yes, I can do that again. And I actually have a video on how to do this in our community. So once you log into evyAI, on the left side of evyAI, you click on community. See, it says community here. I'll send you guys a link in the chat to that. when you go to community and you click on discover our community, we have a picture, we have a video over here. Send 100 messages. Let's see. Mastering messaging that converts, 30 LinkedIn messages, auto respond to messages. I have so many different videos here. How to send DMs to 100 to 100 connections in 15 minutes. Okay, I just shared with you a video that explains how to do that. So make sure that you like and comment on that community post. But just search messages in our community and you'll quickly find it, just like I just did. And I just shared the link in the chat as well. Okay, guys, remember, it's not about spraying and praying. It's about being intentional, because I customized this with Vanessa's name. So I'm intentionally messaging my connections, telling them, hey, this is what I'm up to. I'd love to learn more about your goals. And I'm using evyAI to craft a message for me with my voice, or I can press generate and it'll generate a suggested message for me. I chose to use my voice with AI. But this will save you a ton of time if you're sitting there and you say, okay, I want to message 1,000 of my connections. Where do I even start? If you're going to randomly start with no strategy, it's not going to work. You could do it based on location. You could do it based on first name. You could do it based on title. You can do it based on so many different factors. You can segment your connections. But I find that the first name strategy helps me customize my list very quickly. I'm connected to 500 Michaels and 500 Davids. Do you get what I'm saying? I can go through that whole list, and I guaranteed went through every connection. So this way, I kind of really, really have a solid list. evyAI can't work on Facebook and Instagram yet, but we are developing Facebook and Instagram for evyAI right now in the works, and evyAI Pro users will be the first people that get access to being able to use evyAI on every website. So that's going to be coming up very soon. Okay, I showed you guys how to also remove connections. Now, one of the benefits of clicking on My Network and then clicking on Manage Connections and clicking on the connections and seeing the second search box there and searching through it is that when you send people a message, you're not loading their profile. LinkedIn doesn't like when you load too many profiles. So if you load too many profiles, LinkedIn thinks you're using automation. So the strategy that I just gave you allows you to message people without loading their profile. Does that make sense? Put a $sign in the chat if that makes sense. When you load somebody's profile, LinkedIn gets upset. But if you try to message from there, you're not loading any profiles, so LinkedIn's not going to get upset. The reason LinkedIn gets upset when you load too many profiles is because they think you're stealing all the data. Because when you load the profile, you have their cell phone number, you have all their information. So if you load 1,000 profiles, LinkedIn's going to get really upset. Even if you load 150, 200 profiles, they're going to get upset. But if you want to do it this way, you're not loading any profiles. Okay. Amazing. By the way, if you guys sign up to evyAI Pro now during this call, I want to remind you, if you upgrade to evyAI Pro during this call, you will get that bonus AI training where I teach how to create a lead magnet. And that goes to my third thing is, it's really important to have a lead magnet. You guys know what a lead magnet is? If you want to message someone, you message them, hey, I'd love to do business with you. That's not the most ideal type of message. But if you say, hey, I built this little calculator for our industry, may I send you a link to the calculator? You want to check it out? Whatever problem you solve for your client, it's much more likely that the person will say, yes, I'm interested in learning more about that. You get what I'm saying? So what lead magnet can you create? If you want a lead magnet idea generator, I created a lead magnet yesterday, and I have a video. Again, we go through it over 3 hours, but check this out. If you go to strategy.evyai.com/lead magnet ideas, and you put in your target persona, your title that you're targeting, your industry that you're targeting, the pain, the goal, the dream, and the fear of your ideal customers. I'm going to put in the title HR Director. By the way, I created this whole thing with AI, and I press Submit Framework. It's going to count up. It's going to count up, and I'll send you guys the link to this so you guys can test this out yourself. And it's going to create 30 lead magnet ideas. So if you need a lead magnet idea, I give you this as my gift today. This is a lead magnet for me too. But again, don't share this with anybody because it does cost me money every time you do this. But look at this. This is the pain point solution mapping, the goal-oriented, the goal-aligned recommendations, and then it breaks down lead magnet specifications. So the Ultimate Talent ebook, alternate options, output format, response template. You see, it breaks down the whole thing over here. So if you want all these different ideas for different types of lead magnets, a checklist, an interactive PDF, an infographic, an Excel template, a flowchart template, a blueprint guide, an ebook, a webinar, a white paper, whatever, this builds it out for you in seconds. It gives you tons and tons of lead magnet ideas. And the way that I built this lead magnet idea generator was with AI. So if you sign up to evyAI Pro, I will send you the video that the 3-hour replay of our session from yesterday, where I walked people through a bunch of AI tips, a bunch of prompt engineering tips, and also step by step how I built this from scratch, from nothing. So if you're interested, and it has to do with this webhook that's sitting here and calling, and I would show you now, but we're almost out of time, and I want to be respectful of your time. Okay, so the third thing is explore how evyAI and other AI tools can help you improve your LinkedIn networking efforts. All right, so what does that mean, other AI tools? There are many, many AI tools out there. For example, I have a tool right here called Claude. I want to create a LinkedIn headline generator as a lead magnet. So what do? Is I go into Claude and I say, this is the information I want on the page. Can you make me a vanilla landing page with HTML, Tailwind CSS that submits information to a webhook? It goes ahead and it does that. And then what I do is I create the webhook right over here, and then I input the information into landing page software. The landing page software that I'm using is this landing page software here that you'll get access to with evyAI Pro. And then I hit save, publish, and then I open up the headline generator, and now the headline generator is right here and ready to go. And when you submit this information, the first name, the last name, the email, the calendar link, the company name, the LinkedIn URL, all this information, all this will be sent to that webhook, and then I have to just tie it into ChatGPT and put in the response to generate the headlines. So for example, I'm going to put in first name Joe Apfelbaum, my calendar link, talktojoe.com, or it's joeapfelbaum.com/talktojoe, evyAI, linkedin.com/in/Joe Apfelbaum, current title, CEO, main expertise, AI and LinkedIn. My primary keywords, I'll just say B2B marketing, years of experience 25, personal facts, father of 5 kids, biggest achievement, author of 5 books, Inc. 5,000 company. Who do you help? Consultants and coaches engaged on LinkedIn. Industries and passions, networking, speaking, comedy. And then who do you help? I help engaged LinkedIn users. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit generate headlines. I want a URL. Okay, http://www. Okay, I'm going to press generate headlines. And now it's going to go into make.com, and it's going to send all the information in here. Now what I need to do next is take this information and actually generate the headlines. That's kind of like a little preview of it. But the idea is I'm building all these little assets myself that allow me to be able to help people. And I'm using artificial intelligence to do it because I'm not a developer myself. So that's the idea of what I'm doing. So evyAI can help you be able to do lots of different things, and using an assistant like this will change the game for you. For example, if you need ideas for what to generate, you go in here and you can say, I want ideas for lead magnets. And I'm going to generate a post related to ideas for lead magnets. It's going to include a hook, main points, a call to action, and hashtags. Every single post that I create needs to include those elements. So I'm going to say, what's the most effective lead magnets? That's great. I'm going to hit generate post on the right here. You see I click generate post. I could have selected any of these 4 ideas. I can go back here later and find these ideas again and select them. But you see how quickly this post was created. Now I'm going to hit copy, and I'm going to go to LinkedIn, and I'm going to actually create this post. I'm going to hit start a post. And then I'm going to paste this right over here. You see this? Are you struggling to capture your audience's attention in the crowded marketplace? When align your offerings, if you found this post helpful, also let me know if you want access to my lead magnet idea generator. Okay. All right, so now this is a text-only post. If I want to create an image for this, I might use another AI tool like this one here that allows me to be able to pull pull one of these infographics. I have lots of different infographics that I have here, or I can go to my library and I can select one of these. So I'm going to just download this one here. So this is an AI infographic generator, and I cover this in our 3-hour session as well, and kind of like how that works. I'm going to go to LinkedIn, and I'm going to use that infographic right now, and I'm going to press go. And this is a great tool, and I'm going to hit post. And look how quickly I was able to post this post and have an infographic that's ready to go, just like that. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and just give you guys this. Just for the sake of time, I wanted to quickly show you how I created the idea for the post, generated the post, got an infographic from an AI tool, and then I was able to just save it and post the whole thing. It might not take you 1 minute or 2 minutes like it takes me because I've done it a few times. It might take you 20 minutes or 30 minutes the first time that you do it. But after a while, you'll be able to generate 20, 30 different posts for your content calendar, put them in there, and make them reoccurring posts. And that's really the key there. Okay? That's the idea. By the way, guys, click on the post to see what it looks like because it's already live on LinkedIn. Go ahead, give it a like, and try to draft a comment on it. And this way we can see each other in the comments of that post. I would love to see all of you in the comments of that post, seeing maybe what's your lead magnet, or if you want to share your lead magnet, share it if you have one. And I'm curious to know, do you guys have a lead magnet or you need a lead magnet? I'm curious to know, do you have a lead magnet or do you need a lead magnet? A lead magnet essentially is something that a lead would really want badly, and they would give you their contact info in exchange for that magnet that you're giving them. So it could be a physical magnet, or it could be a landing page with some information that they fill in and gives them some useful information back. It could be so many different things. But if you just tell somebody, fill out this form so I can have your information and sell you something, that's not as attractive as saying, would you like a headline generator or a lead magnet idea generator? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Right? I get it in the chat if you're getting what I'm saying. Not everyone's going to get this because it's like this. It's like what Dale Carnegie says in his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You know what he says? He says, if you go fishing, listen to this. If you go fishing and you show up with strawberries and whipped cream, you're not going to leave with any fish. Because the fish, they don't like the taste of strawberries and whipped cream. I like it. I love strawberries and whipped cream dipped in chocolate. The works, right? I'm sure you like it too. Does anyone here like strawberries and whipped cream? He literally writes strawberries and whipped cream in How to Win Friends and Influence People. You need to have the right lead magnets for fish when you're fishing. So it's the same thing with your own leads. If you need a lead magnet, I can help you create one. If you sign up to evyAI Pro, I'll give you the lead magnet. I'll give you the tool that allows you to create the lead magnets on it, like the landing pages for it, and you can create an unlimited amount of landing pages. And then when they fill out the form, it goes into your CRM, which will give you access to for an entire year, and it'll go into a pipeline, and you'll be able to track it, and you'll be able to learn how to use it and all that stuff. So if you need a lead magnet, then use the lead magnet idea generator, and then we'll help you create a lead magnet together. And in our sessions on January 8th, I'm also going to cover how to be able to put your lead magnet on your LinkedIn page and the best type of lead magnet to use. So hopefully you guys will be there as well. David said, took me a long time to build too. Yeah, it takes sometimes a while to get the right lead magnet. For example, I have another lead magnet with the top 100 hashtags of LinkedIn. You want the top 100 most followed hashtags of LinkedIn? That's a lead magnet. So sometimes at the end of a webinar, I'll be like, do you want the hashtag, the top 100 hashtags of LinkedIn? And people will say, yes, I want it. And I'll say, if you want it, go to hashtagspreadsheet.com. And people go to hashtagspreadsheet.com and they download the 100 top LinkedIn. And another way to do a lead magnet is the following. Do you want to see a demo of how to use AI with LinkedIn? So people will be like, yeah, I would love to see the demo. So I said, send the word demo to 973-841-8868. And they'll be like, hang on, can you repeat that number? I say, sure, 973-841-8868. And then they send the word demo, DEMO. And when they send the word demo, it goes into my CRM and my CRM responds with the lead magnet. You guys get that? So I could be on a podcast, I could be on stage, I could be in a spa with a pastor sweating at 180 degrees. And I look at him and I'm like, damn, you look hot, pastor. And he looks at me, he's like, it is boiling in here. And he's like, so what do you do? And then I tell him what I do. I do AI for LinkedIn. He's like, I'd love to watch a video on that. Do you have a video? I was like, I see you have your phone here in the sauna. If it's not too hot, send the word demo to 973-841-8868. And he's like, oh, hell yeah, I can do that. And he does it. And instantly the AI replies with my demo video. And he's like, damn, son, we're here sweating in the sauna and you're sending me shit on my motherfucking phone. And I was like, okay. Let's kind of use clean language, sir. Let's use clean language. We're in the sauna, you know? He's like, it is so hot. He's like, I'm using my passion. And that was so much fun. We had such a great conversation. And he ended up becoming a client of evyAI. So now we have a pastor that's a client. We have clients in 37 countries, but he became a client because I had this lead magnet, and it started all in the sauna in a LA Fitness in New Jersey. Real story. Can you help send emails to LinkedIn group members if not all connected to you? Yes. That's part of the training that we give, how to find people's emails and then how to send them emails. So that's definitely training that we give. You can't just do that by default, but you can find almost anybody's email on LinkedIn. If they have a real account and they're a real person, usually big data has everybody's email. You know what big data is? That's basically the aggregate of all the data on everyone's accounts. Will there be a recording when we're done? Yes, Tom. We're going to have a recording for this when we're done, and we're going to put it in our community. So in our community, we have a section called Classroom. Let me teach you something real quick. So if you go into the evyAI community, so you go to evyAI, on the left side, you click on Community, and then you click on Discover Our Community. There's a section called Classroom. In the Classroom, there's a section called How to Use LinkedIn with AI. There's another section called evyAI Webinar Replays. So when you click evyAI Webinar Replays, I'm going to create a new one right here, and I'm going to create a new page, add a page, and I'm going to call the page How to Get Clients on LinkedIn in 2025. And when we're done with this video, I'm going to drop this video right in there. I'm going to delete this here. I don't even know why this is here. But I'm going to drop it right here in this thing. I'll click the pencil. I'll click this little video button right here, and then I'll drop the video of this. I can't do it while I'm on the call because I have to end it, and then it has to render. So we'll end it in just a minute, and then I'll do that. But if anybody is interested in signing up to Pro, if you're not a Pro user yet, just write interested in the chat so that I know you're interested and Jen can add you to the follow-up. I hope that you guys signed up. Charlene says, I just signed up to Pro. Thank you so much for signing up, Charlene. I appreciate that very much. Craig said he's interested. Craig, feel free to drop your email in as well. We probably have your email because you signed up to this, but put in your email just in case, and Jen will go ahead and send you an email now with the details. Lou said interested. We'll sign in for Pro. Remember, anyone that signs in and upgrades to Pro during this webinar or that writes interested in here and signs up today, I'll make sure to get you that 3-hour replay where it teaches you how to create a lead magnet with AI. And I'm going to make sure to personally invite you to our next session that we have going on. We have our posting party happening on a Monday at 10 a.m. I'm looking forward to this. Now, also, I just want you guys to know we do have a very generous affiliate program. We have a very generous affiliate program where we pay 20% of who you recommend. So I want you to find one person that could benefit from Pro in the next year and get them into the holiday deal, just like you got in. And make sure they use the affiliate link when they sign up to evyAI so you get commission. Can you guys think of that for a second? Can you think of one person that would benefit from all these bonuses? Think about one person. I know it might be difficult for you to think about one person that could benefit, but remember the amount of training that we give, the amount of bonuses that we're giving is just insane. So we're paying 20% in our affiliate program. So evyai.com/affiliate. It's a separate registration for the affiliate program. We're using a tool called Get Rewardful. Anita says, can I have your evyAI video on my page? Yes, you can. So check this out. I'm going to show you something cool. So Anita, if you go into the back end of evyAI and you click on where it says Learning Hub, and then you click on Quick Links, you see it says Quick Links? You can download anyone's LinkedIn video. So you see it says download LinkedIn video. So sometimes I'll find someone's video that I really like and I want to download it. You click on the video downloader. I'll send you guys a direct link to this. And then you can go to my post, paste my post in right over here. You can go to my post, the video post that I created. I'm going to go to my video post. I'm going to go find it. Go to my profile. Click on this little video post right over here. Grab this video post. Grab this video post. Where is it? Right here. Paste the link to the video post in here. Click on download video, and it will download the video. It'll download anyone's video because you can't download LinkedIn videos. If you ever try to do it, you can't do it. But if you go to the Learning Hub and grab this tool, we made this available. It's on my computer now. Look, this video is now on my computer. Write wow in the chat if that's amazing. Okay, now there's no other way to really do this without hacking LinkedIn. So that's a lead magnet. My video downloader is a lead magnet. So spread the word and let your people know that I have a video downloader so that they can go ahead and steal videos. And when I say steal, I don't mean you're stealing without permission. I mean you're borrowing the video and posting it on your own profile. Because if you just hit repost, it's not helpful. But yeah, so you can download your own video. Sometimes you'll post a video and then you'll lose it, right? And you don't know where it is. So you want to go download your own video from LinkedIn. This tool helps you do that. So it'll download anyone's video. So whenever you find a viral video on LinkedIn, save it in your folders on your computer so that you could later share it at some point in the future. So the only downside is you can't download videos from groups, but you could download videos from anybody else. But try it out and see what happens. Jane says, can someone send me the link to the holiday deal? I misplaced it. Jane, it's evyai.com/holiday deal. evyai.com/holiday deal. Just like that. evyai.com/holiday deal. And it's really easy to sign up. If you're already signed up to evyAI, just go to your subscriptions tab on the left, click on Modify Subscription. Really easy to do. Click on Modify Subscription, and then it'll take you to Stripe. When you're in Stripe, you click on Update Subscription, and then you switch from the annual premium, you switch to the Pro, which will give you access to $20,000 worth of bonuses, plus. And if you sign up now for this, you will get an additional bonus video that I'll send you with the 3-hour AI training that I created on Monday. Jim Baker is in the waiting room. Okay. You guys get what I'm talking about here? You guys get this? Does this make sense? I always say if it makes dollars, it makes sense. So let me know what's the biggest takeaway you had from this training session today in the chat. Let me know your biggest takeaway you had from this training session that we just had. We had an hour-long training session. And the replay will be available in our community, school.com/evyai. We just discussed how to get exposure, how to build credibility. I said credibility. How to build credibility, how to book meetings, how to get on the phone with people. Jim Baker, it's good to see you here. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks. Noon Eastern time, right?
Noon Eastern time. Yeah, now it's 1 o'clock already, which is fine. But I'll make sure that you get the replay, Jim Baker. Jen, make sure that Jim Baker gets the replay of this when we're done here, because I have my travel time starting now that I have to go travel to a client in Manhattan to discuss how I have a client that does language translation, and so I have to go down and talk to them about creating an AI voice agent. Big client of mine that's been with me for many years. This client I got from a seminar I did back in 2011. It's crazy. They still have my business card from then. Hey,
Joe.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to let you know I'm looking at school. It says getting started with evyAI Pro, that the next meeting is December 4th at 10. Obviously, you haven't updated it.
Okay. Jen, can you look into that, find out where he's looking at that, and help me out with that? Yes, Jen? Thank you. Okay, Deanna says, thank you for a great session, great info. Tom Wells says, how do we access all the pro holiday extras from today's call following completing the upgrade? If you have any questions, you can always email hello@evyai.com. My team will stand by and send you all the bonuses. If you're not sure what they are, my team will make sure to send it to you. That is the best email to email Diana and Tammy and the full team. We stand by and send you all the bonuses for anything that you need, anything you need access to. They will be onboarding you and sending you an email, and we do onboarding sessions on a regular basis that you'll be invited to. I'm really, really excited about helping you guys be able to get to your goals in 2025. So, just hit me up and let me know what I can do for you. Jane said, my PC is slow with all your links. I'm not in the subscription modifying changes yet. It's spinning, Jane said. Jane, I'm going to have someone on my team give you a buzz if you can. Tammy on my team can give you a buzz. Just send me privately your cell phone number here, or the number we can call you now, and we'll give you a buzz right now and help you out with whatever, with the spinning thing, if you're having a spinning issue. She'll kind of tell you what to do. Let me see. Or we'll have you join some type of a Zoom. Let me see. Okay, see, I have a phone number right here. I'm going to paste it in. Okay, fantastic. Anybody have any questions or anything that you're wondering about related to pro or related to life or related to business as we wrap up this seminar?
Yeah, I do know.
Go ahead.
Can I use evyAI to schedule outreaches to my Sales Navigator prospect list?
100%.
Okay.
100%. You could use evyAI to send out outreaches to your Sales Navigator list because evyAI is fully integrated with Sales Navigator. So I'll quickly share my screen and just show you how to do that, just in case you're wondering here.
Okay.
So if you go to Sales Navigator and you click on messaging, you'll notice I message a lot of people on Sales Navigator all the time, and I get lots and lots of responses from people. People are responding to me all the time. So I'll go into Sales Navigator. I'll go into my leads. And for example, I'll say, okay, so here's new recommended leads from Sales Navigator. I see this guy, Ryan New. Okay, so I'm going to click on his profile over here. I see he's the CEO and founder of this company called Vendor in Boston. I'm going to click message, and it says subject is required. I'm going to say Ryan. And then in the message, I want to know what to message. I'm going to click on evyAI. And then I can select a goal. So what's the goal for the message that you want to send out? Maybe I want to send him a holiday greeting. Maybe I want to learn more about their services. Maybe I want to expand my network or offer him my services. So I'm going to click on service offer. And then I can select my persona. So you can select different personas for the different things that you want to do. But in this case, I'm just going to put in my Joe Apfelbaum, my regular Joe Apfelbaum persona, which is just Joe Apfelbaum. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the microphone. Now with the microphone, you could just hit generate and it'll generate a service offer based on your persona and your tone. But the microphone allows me to add a little more context. Ryan, LinkedIn suggested that I should reach out to you because they said you might be interested in the new thing that I'm building with artificial intelligence. Do you have any interest in learning about what I'm up to? Okay, now I could hit generate and it'll kind of take this information and build it off. I heard from LinkedIn that you might be interested in what I'm building with AI. Would you be open to chatting about it? I think you might find it intriguing. I press insert, and it inserts the full thing optimized. Now I press send, and I just sent Ryan a message. Now Ryan is not connected to me on LinkedIn. He's a second-degree connection. He was recommended to me by Sales Navigator in the recommended leads section under the leads. Now, keep in mind with evyAI Pro, the upgraded version of evyAI, you might have premium right now, Jim, but you can upgrade to Pro. You get a 6-hour masterclass on how to use Sales Navigator. It's 6 hours, 6 different sections. It's a $3,000 value. We're giving it for less than $1,000 for evyAI Pro, which includes that and $20,000 worth of other bonuses. So if you want the Sales Navigator Bootcamp, if you haven't taken it yet, I do recommend upgrading to evyAI Pro, which will give you access to that training. It's 6 hours on demand of training on how to use Sales Navigator and all the best practices for Sales Navigator. Because Sales Navigator is pretty cumbersome. There's a lot of details in Sales Navigator. And it took me many years to learn Sales Navigator, but I distilled all my knowledge into how to build lists, how to search, how to fill those lists, how to write the right emails, how to use alerts, how to use automation. I put all that into a 6-hour curriculum, and then you can have it on demand included with evyAI Pro. So there's premium and there's pro. You probably have premium right now. When you click on subscription in evyAI, and then you click on modify my subscription and then edit my subscription, you can change from premium to pro. It'll go from 180 to like 984, and we'll prorate it if you already paid for premium, so you'll pay a lot less than that anyway. And then you'll get access to all the bonuses, which includes tons of training for 2025 and tons of access to CRM, to social posting, social automatic posting, and so many other benefits that you get with it. So I appreciate you. And thank you for asking that question, Jim Baker, because it was so important for me to show the audience how to use Sales Navigator, just kind of like a brief way how to use evyAI with Sales Navigator. And by the way, we're the only AI that is built into Sales Navigator. LinkedIn's not happy about it because they don't know. They're not happy about it because we figured out how to do it kind of behind the scenes. So don't tell LinkedIn that we're integrated with Sales Navigator. We don't advertise it because LinkedIn doesn't want anyone to put any tools on Sales Navigator because they want you to use their tools, even though their AI sucks and it doesn't work right. But it's okay. It's just bottom line is don't tell LinkedIn that we did it, but it's integrated fully into Sales Navigator. You can save profiles from Sales Navigator to evyAI. You could write messages to people in Sales Navigator. You can leave comments on posts inside Sales Navigator to your prospects with evyAI. That's a very powerful way to do this. Very powerful. Can we do a monthly payment for Pro? If you do monthly payment for Pro, you don't get the bonuses. We're only giving the bonuses for people that do the annual Pro payment. That's it. That's the idea. Jen says, we do have a monthly plan, but the bonuses only apply to the yearly subscription. Thank you. Thank you. And if you need any additional support and you have any other questions, my team is always available at hello@evyai.com. Diana, Tammy, and everyone else on my team is so supportive and so helpful. We have also live, where you can go in there and chat with us live, and a real human will chat back with you. We tried to have AI automatically reply to the live, but it does a terrible job at replying automatically. And so we wanted to make it seamless, so we have real human beings replying. So when you go on evyai.com or you log in and you see that little chat icon on the bottom, you're talking to a real human. And I see it on my cell phone too coming up. So make sure that you use that as well whenever you have questions. But hello@evyai.com is the best email to email your questions. If you're stuck and something doesn't work, use loom.com to make a video of what's happening on your computer. You could use it for free, loom.com, Loom, and you can record your screen as you're talking, show what the issue is, and you can send us that Loom video. I love using Loom. I use Loom every single day. I'm always making Looms. And so I recommend you guys learn how to use Loom as a tool to record your own screen, show people what you're doing, and then send that recording off to them by just sharing the link. Loom makes it really, really easy to create recordings. David said Mac has a built-in screenshot as well. It's easy peasy if you're a Mac user. What I like about Loom is that it actually makes a link available to you to be able to share instantly as soon as you record your screen, and it uses artificial intelligence to transcribe everything that you said there instantly. So then I can copy the information that I said in my Loom into evyAI, and it makes it into a solid post, which is just mind-blowing for me that I can make a video that I can use on LinkedIn, and then I could have the transcript instantly available to me, and I have a shareable link that I can share and that people can comment and like, and I can see who looked at the video. Somebody watched a video and they're a Loom user, I can see who watched the video. So if I send somebody a video and they watch it, I can see if they watched it, and I can see the comments that they left on it. Loom is really powerful. That's why I paid for the year for Loom. It was like $100 and something for the year, but you can use it for free with up to 25 videos. So I do recommend learning how Loom works. I was resistant to using Loom. I was like, oh, I use this, I use something else. I'm not interested. And everybody's talking about Loom. I didn't realize how amazing it was until this year. I really started using it a lot, and now I have over 100 Loom videos. And then I take my Loom video, sometimes I download it, and I put it into YouTube. Now I have over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube just from me doing Loom videos on YouTube. So highly recommend it. Really, really powerful. I know I got to wrap up, Jen. It's 1:11, the perfect time to end the session. It's Kismet time. So great karma to everybody. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Have a happy holidays. Lots of blessing to everyone here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the engagement, guys. And I'll see you very, very soon. Boom.